Okay, hi, this is Elliot Fishman, and we're live. Hope everyone's doing well. Today's the 5th of December. Tonight we have of our speaker series. This is Jenny Abramson, cover of Forbes magazine. A few months ago, she's a venture capitalist who's been very successful, but somewhat unique in that she only invests in companies that are led by women. She's been very successful, has over $500 million in assets, and she's going to speak to us about what it takes to run a company, what it comes to manage, what does it take to mentor, and what does it take to lead. All topics we're always interested in. Anyway, RSNA ends today. Some of you were there, some of you weren't there. I think RSNA said they had 40,000 registered compared to 30 somewhat thousand last year. So it ain't 60 or 70,000 like it used to be, but it's still very good numbers. And that's these days, that is indeed very good. RSNA, I guess many people, not a surprise, from the opening session by Kurt Landlotz, everything was AI and more AI, which is where everything is, right? If you're a technology company, if you're making a scanner, you're putting AI in designing it, and you're putting AI in every part of the product, right? Because you need to really help with throughput, but also with the post-processing, with the analysis. Everything is going to be AI. And again, the question is, how do you do it well? There's a million products out there. Most of the companies, I think they had 715 companies. Many of them will not exist a year or two from now. But you saw a lot of the big companies, Microsoft, which has Copilot for AI, has a lot of work looking at accelerating patient care, looking at different solutions, and nuance, of course, is a big part of the Microsoft stuff. You know, very, very important. How to use, how to share images, how to share information, everything we talk about on the positive side of AI. You had NVIDIA leading the way with many different things, and most companies are using AI through NVIDIA, whether it's their chips or a lot of the software. Everyone is trying to show that they have more AI than the next person in CT scanners, whether it's Siemens or GE or Philips or Canon or United Imaging. Everybody is talking about AI, talking about how to use AI to scan without technologists. How can you do things remotely? How can you do things faster and better and more accurate? And all of that, again, needs to be translated into what we can do and not simply make more work. A lot of the AI and the success in mammography, lots of things. RadNet speaking about a lot of their work, and Mammo has been ahead of most of the areas in terms of studies, larger studies. A lot of work talking about throughput again. It's amazing how MR has gone from a 1-hour study to a 5-minute study, and even less than that for spines in just a couple of years. A lot of work about opportunistic screening, about looking at scans and seeing what other information you can find out that may be critical in patients going forward. Again, one of the challenges will be, how do we translate what we can do to what the patients want. A lot of work potentially on screening, a lot of work thinking about there. But again, are patients ready for that? Can we do a good job? Can we expand what we're doing without creating more conflict? And I think it's going to be a good year. I think 2025 is going to be a good year of a lot of the technologies in theory being put into practice. I know we're doing a lot of work with AI for early detection of pancreatic cancer, but whether it's lung cancer, pancreatic cancer, breast cancer, you name it, lots of work is being done. There's lots of excitement, and I think that's going to be the real name of the game for the next 4 or 5 years. I think in terms of what you will be seeing, and where the successes are the companies that can translate the research into the practice. We talk about 3D imaging for years. 30 years later, it's gone backwards. Can you do 3D with computers creating the images with the same accuracy? Maybe that's the way things need to be done. But I think one of the things we recognize in this era of physician shortage, of overwork and burnout and everything else, and that was the big topic of RSNA for many people, private practice or academics, was burnout and how do we survive? Well, you can't be giving people more work to do. That's what the administrators are doing. You need to figure out how can you work smarter, what Bill Brody used to say. But, smarter does not mean doing more RVUs necessarily. We really need to understand how we can manage. There was a good article from China in JAMA. I hate to say from China, but the authors were from China, and in JAMA a week ago, that spoke about they put AI in practice and it made people more unhappy. One of the things people need to understand, when you get AI, people need to be trained in it. You can't say, here's AI, instead of doing 50, now do 100 cases. You need to do not 50, but 30 till you get used to the AI, till you feel comfortable, and then maybe you can do more or the same, but with less stress. But again, I think the challenge is, how do you manage this conflict between administrators and physicians? And I think physicians need to take back and kick out and fire administrators. One of the things, whether you like Trump or not, that's not the point, but the fact that he's pushing with Elon Musk to downsize certain things. We need to downsize the number of administrators we have. All you're creating is a lot of expenses, a lot of regulation, a lot of paperwork, and a lot of dissatisfaction for the physicians. Physicians, radiologists, cardiologists, surgeons, endocrinologists, you name the physician and the specialty, we need to take back our practices. We need to be the ones deciding the rules and how things need to be done for our patients. Those administrators are not there at night or during the weekend or maybe even during the day. They can create rules, but they don't practice medicine. They're not trained, and they do not have any idea what we do. And so I think one of the lessons from RSNA is that in order to move forward, we need to be leading the way. That means physicians in charge. You don't see administrators at RSNA, you see physicians. And physicians need to take the practice back. And with that, I'll wish everybody a great week. I don't see Lydiana here. If I saw Lydiana, I would wish her a happy birthday. But hope everybody is doing well. It's getting a little chillier. I know people, I can't complain in Baltimore where it's 30-ish. Many people are getting snow, and Chicago was very cold. But anyway, I hope everybody has a great day. And read the journals, read the articles from a lot of the things you see online about more details of what was shown at RSNA. And with that, have a great day, everybody.